I have been fortunate that organizations like NASA, Stanford State have embraced my art. But, you know, I really know very little of art. Well, I know something about art. And every now and then I seek out and go to a class that I decide or think I can learn something. So my next guest is Nadia. And how do you pronounce it?
My last name is Vinogradova.
Vinogradova.
Yeah, I know for Americans it's very difficult. I know. Well, but it's very simple for Russians. Yeah.
Oh, you weren't born in this country?
Come on.
And
No. Well, and my name is very tasty, by the way. It's Vinogradova. It means grape and wine.
so grape wine.
Yeah, grape wine.
Okay.
So, well, but here when somebody asked me to give spelling, I start Vinogradova. Oh, stop. It's too much already. Well,
Okay.
but
So, I have a wife who's on the board of the Pacific Art League, and she's also an artist, and she looks at me and she recognizes I'm a crude but vibrant and original artist. But the crude, you know, because I never studied any art, but I get by with other talents. And so she said to me, she's taken a look at your work, what you teach at the Pacific Art League, and she went and signed me up, and I spent, what is it, a semester with you?
yeah, so it means that you came to my class by accident because of your Joel, your wife. It's good. And I think that your wife decided that it's a good idea because the picture which presented my class on website in Pacific Art League and on my website looks pretty serious. I mean, not my works, but not only, well, but works of my students. And because this class is serious drawing classical class, and I think that this theory which I'm trying to give my students is very logical. And maybe it's difficult to talk about art and something logical, but if to talk about teaching of art, I think that is reasonable because I cannot teach, for example, abstract works.
You can't.
I cannot because
Sure.
I think that it's necessary to have some base for beginning anyway. And for me, it's really easy to start to work with students and explain every step and to give real base of knowledge to any students. It's knowledge about tone. It's some information about perspective.
Wait. Tone, right?
Yeah.
Would you define tone?
Tone is intensity of color.
Intensity of color.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult, but it's very important for any artist. And when we talk about drawings, we don't have any colors, right? It's black and white. And it's necessary to understand how to transport any colors because me and my students, when we draw, we work with colorful objects to transport colors to black and white.
To transport
Yep,
colors
exactly.
to black and white. What do you mean by that?
Well, because any color has millions of tones.
Sure.
Tones, it's dark or light. Very light, very dark, a little bit lighter, a little bit darker. It's intensity of color. And if somebody wants to make a copy of any object, and we have light, point light or not point light, well, and we have business with shadow and light. And
Shadow and light.
yeah, and it means with tones.
With tones.
Yeah, and I think that the base, and it's very important to know for everybody what does it mean tone, how it works, how to.
So I just want to say what I learned in your class. Now, the field of tones, okay, I never understood it or even applied it. I found ways to do what I had to do without tones. But then when you exposed it to me and you forced me to adhere, and
I tried.
I learned. And you know, I was in the midst of finishing this big painting, Resiliency, 24 feet. People look at that painting and say, Michael, your craftsman, your skills are developing. And
Yeah.
Nadia, it's because when I went back to my work, I was aware and concentrating on some of the things that you had exposed me to.
Yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I think that it's, this knowledge which students can get in my classes, it's extremely important for any kind of art. I mean, any style of art. For example, you don't work in realistic style, right?
No.
Yeah, well, and me too, by the way. My works now is more expressive and more free. But I'm very happy that I had a very good school, and I moved step by step, and I didn't miss anything. Well, maybe I missed something, but I got very good classical knowledge. I mean, knowledge in drawing.
And you bring something to art most artists don't have. Your field of study was nuclear physics? Was that?
Well, by the way, yeah, your subject which you explained, and it's very close to me because my first education was in physics, and physics of atmosphere, and we took a lot of classes about global warming, and so I'm very glad to be here, by the way, and to talk.
Okay, so we only have 2 minutes left,
Yep.
and so I just want to say, I took a class at Pacific Art League with you. I enjoyed it. And I learned, and I'm very happy. What is that over there?
It's example of my student work, and for beginning, I can show this work because it's work of real beginner. The student, his name is Alan. He worked with this work like one class, maybe two classes, and it's really first composition of him. And it's exactly composition about tone, shadow, light, proportions. And this one is example of work a student who took classes with me like 2 years maybe.
Wow, that's quite a work.
Yeah, it's about basic knowledge about shadow and light and what I'm trying to give.
So you teach at the Pacific Art League, and then you also have your own studio in Sunnyvale, is it?
Santa Clara. Yeah.
Santa Clara.
Yeah, I have a studio in Santa Clara. I opened that 1 year ago, and I have students in Pacific Art League and in the Santa Clara studio.
Good, and you like teaching, huh?
Yeah, I enjoy. Yeah, and if I will not enjoy that, I will not do that. Because my main business is my works. Actually, I'm full-time artist, and I'm very glad that I'm able to do what I want actually. And my students, it's good, not hobby, it's professional field, but certainly I enjoy it. Yeah.
Okay, now if you had a chance to give me some more education, I mean, you have a sense of what I can do and what I can't do. What would be the next thing you would want to teach me?
Well, how I said already, that it's technique step by step. You took 1 semester of these classes, and you're ready to make another step, next step. And next step maybe to try oils, actually. And
Oils.
because these drawings is just like first step to move to oils, paintings. Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to have to end this soon. And I also want to say, not only did I learn things about art, but you are a delight to work with. You're funny.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
I really get a kick out of working with you. So, Nadia, please pronounce your last name.
Vinogradova.
Say it again?
Vinogradova.
And your studio is in?
In Santa Clara. Yeah,
okay.
And
all right, thank
I have
you.
a website.
And I'm Michael Killen.
Thank you. It was nice to be here. Yeah.
Thank you. So we just sit here for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you brought only 3 paintings. Why not everything?
Well, what did you think of the one behind you?
I like good colors actually, but I didn't see that before.
This one, right? That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.